Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I made these super adorable snowflake ornaments. Obviously the holiday season is here. Thanksgiving is in a few days, so that's pretty exciting. But anyways, that also means the holidays are coming up. Now personally, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I am definitely a fan of the decorations. So I made these super cute snowflake ornaments, and now I have a little collection of them. I'm actually planning on hopefully getting to sell these at a little local shop. But yeah, they're so adorable. My friend got me this sparkly kind of white yarn. I don't know what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's the Red Heart brand though, but I don't know if you can really see the sparkles, but dang it, I don't think you can. Anyways, it's kind of like sparkle mixed in with the yarn, but it's a really nice texture, and I just am really happy how it looks with the snowflake pattern. So I'm going to be showing you how I made the snowflake. So you're going to need whatever yarn, obviously, that you want to use for the snowflake. I use a 4.5 millimeter hook, and then I also use a 3.5 millimeter hook just to sew in or kind of weave in my ends at the end, because I don't really want any of the yarn poking out. And then I also use this cord. It's a thick elastic cord, and it's just this kind of pretty bluish green sparkly cord, and I just cut it long enough for to be able to hang it on like a tree or wherever you're going to be hanging it. So yeah, that's what you're going to be needing. Oh, you're also going to need a pair of scissors. I don't know, that should be kind of just something that you always know for crochet, but yeah, you're gonna need a pair of scissors, and that's all you need for this. So let's get started. Okay guys, so here is a little bit of a close-up of what the snowflake looks like. Very simple design, but also, I don't know, I'm just really happy with how this design turned out. Anyways, let's get started. So you're gonna need your yarn, obviously, your hook, but we're gonna start with the 4.5 millimeter hook, and we're going to start off by making a slip knot. So just go ahead, do that, and just slip it around your hook. You don't need a long tail or anything. Okay, after this, we're going to chain 4. Then you're going to slip stitch into that first chain, and you should have this kind of little circle-ish circle thing. Then we're going to chain 4 again. And now we are going to do a double crochet into the center of this little hole. Not into that first chain, we're going to go into the center of the hole and do a double crochet. And just be careful of the end because it kind of sticks up. Okay, so now that you have this, you're going to chain 1 and do another double crochet. And now we're going to repeat that, chain 1 and double crochet until we have 12 of these all the way around. So this chain 4 at the beginning counts as one of those. So now I have 4, and I'm going to go ahead and make 8 more to have a total of 12 around my loop. So I'm going to chain 1, make a double crochet into the center of the circle, chain 1, and then double crochet into the center of the circle. So keep doing that until you have 12 of these all the way around. Also, just a little tip, if you kind of see that you're running out of space, just kind of not shove them, but kind of push them to the side, and then you can continue making more. Okay, so now I have 12 and I'm gonna count. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm just going to slip stitch into the third chain that we made in this chain 4. So 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to slip stitch. Okay, so to begin this next row, I'm going to chain 5, and then I'm going to slip stitch into this little chain gap. And then I'm going to do that again, or I'm going to do chain 5 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to go into this next chain gap and slip stitch. And I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around. So the chain 5, and then the slip stitch into the chain gap. So you're going to keep doing this all the way around until you get back to the beginning, and you should create 12 of these loops all the way around. Okay, so I'm on the last little loop, and then I'm just going to slip stitch into the chain, and that is what it should look like. The next row is a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to stay with you while we do this row. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into this chain 1 space. So we're just gonna go in there and then do a slip stitch. This is just to begin the row. And now we are gonna go into the chain 5 space, that first chain 5 space, and we're gonna make a slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 3 and then slip stitch back into that same chain 5 loop, and then into the next chain 5 loop, make a slip stitch. And now I'm going to chain 5, and we're going to make the little snowflake kind of point. So after the chain 5, we're going to count down 3 stitches and make a single crochet into the third, and then chain 2, and then back into that third chain from the loop, we're going to make a slip stitch, chain another 2, and then go into that third chain from the loop yet again and slip stitch. And now with the rest of these 2 loops, we're just going to slip stitch down, and then back into this chain 5, make another slip stitch. And that's what it should look like. Now we're going to go into the next chain 5 loop, make a slip stitch, chain 3, make a slip stitch back into the chain 5 loop, and then we just kind of repeat the same thing with the point. So slip stitch into the next chain 5 loop, chain 5, into the third stitch from the hook, make a single crochet, chain 2, slip stitch back into that third chain from the hook, and then repeat that again, chain 2, slip stitch back into the third, and now we're going to slip stitch down the rest of the chain, and then slip stitch back into the chain 5 loop. So you can go back and rewind, and basically we're just going to be doing that all the way around, and then I will show you how to finish off once you get back to this point. Okay, So I just finished the last point, and now I'm going to make my final slip stitch. So, and we're just gonna go into the beginning of this point. And then slip stitch it, chain one, and then you can just cut your yarn and then pull through. And that's it for the snowflake part. Now I'm just going to weave in my ends with the 3.5 millimeter hook. It's kind of hard for me to see what I'm doing while filming the weaving in part, but other than that, yeah. I don't know, just kind of weave it in where you think it'll hide that tail. My yarn is kind of hard to see the stitches, so yeah, I might need a second. Okay, but then once you're done weaving in, just snip the ends, and now you have your snowflake. So now this is optional, but if you want to make it into a ornament like I'm doing, it's a really cute, simple gift. I cut this cord that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Let me just measure the length of this real quick. So if any of you guys want to do about the same size as me, this is about 13 inches. 13 inches of cord. And basically I just weaved it through one of these little chain 3 spaces. Or I strung it through, not weaved. And then, yeah. And then I just triple knotted it. So I did 1 knot, 2 knot, pulled it nice and tight. And then I did a 3rd knot just in case, cause why not? And then I just went ahead and snipped, just like that. And now we are done. So that's it for this snowflake ornament. And yeah. So that is it for the tutorial. I think this is super simple little Christmas gift that you could do. Also just very simple snowflake decor if you have a Christmas tree or just want to have fun and, you know, oops, I keep dropping it. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This is really cute, and I have to make a bunch more of these. I'm currently at 4, and I'm probably gonna make about, I want to say 20 in total, because I need 10 for one thing, and then I'm also giving them out as gifts for teachers and stuff, so I need a bunch. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. So yeah, bye!